but they're going to be, oh, he's talking about him again. But right now, the whole world is talking about him every day, all day. So then it made me think about being famous and how dangerous that is, because they're really, they're doing the same thing that happened with Puff as far as the way the algorithm is. To me, it's worse. And they're scrutinizing every single thing from the last 20, 30 years. Every lyric, I've been sensed up. They take the statement and put it in AI. I'm seeing Forbes flip. It's like, it's just, people could love you one day, but they just love to really hate you so much more. And that was a person that I was like, he can't do no wrong. I know, because, for some reason, every single thing I say is considered smart except when it comes to him. I'm smart about everything but that. So I'm like, I mean, all right. And I'm not saying, because again, I have no idea what happened there. And I'm hoping everything is where I would prefer that no one got hurt, to be honest. But I didn't think that they would flip on him like that. And it's crazy. And then I'm like, yo, how does TikTok and all these people that, like they say, sound crazy, like Katt Williams is looking like, because not to say things are true, but he said things would be exposed. So he's really looking like a fortune teller. And like Jaquar and all that, like, regardless, it's like, why are the people that are looked at to be imbalanced saying these things and then they're actually happening? Like, how is TikTok, pause. How is TikTok? Like, I'm looking at TikTok and it's like, yo, they've been prepping this moment for the last 6 months. TikTok has been literally saying that this was going to happen, and then it happened. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, are these people that are looked at as imbalanced, are they really like prophets? And when I say prophet, because again, I can't know that what they're saying is true, but what they said was going to happen as far as exposure and people being accused of allegations, it's all been 100. They always said Homeboy was next. A week ago, I did an interview and, and they asked me about, like, what do you think about them saying Jay's next? And I'm like, I don't really care. But of course, as a human being, I'm like, damn, I wonder what's going to happen. And then I was like looking again when I saw the initial extortion case. What was said was that multiple lawsuits were threatened, and it included men and kids and all type of shit. So I'm like, damn. For me, just based on what I'm seeing, it must mean, they lining them up for more lawsuits. At least this is what it looks like based on that paperwork. And I'm like, I really didn't think. It's just crazy how one day everything, it's like, this is like the epitome, it was all good just a week ago. And, I just never seen Homeboy explain himself, ever. So that was different for me. But I'm just like everybody else. I'm just like, this world is changing rapidly. And a lot of the stuff that the people that we thought were crazy are saying are actually happening. And how the hell do they know? Like, how do they know? And also people like, I'm looking now on a business level, I'm like, now, if this isn't true, it should be easy to beat. But until it's beat, pause, I don't see how corporate could support. Or what can he do? And I'm watching, I'm like, now, if, because the difference between him and me, or let's say even him and Kanye, is that he's really tied into corporate. So if corporate shuts his life, like he really has the ability to be canceled. I don't think it would be as easy for him to go independent and sell product on his own, like Kanye's had to go do. His stuff has always been corporately funded, and those are the people that put him on a pedestal. So I was like, now I'm gonna see how much they really support him. And if they're gonna treat him like they treat every other person when they, have to wear something like that on them. Pause. So, I'm wondering what's the NFL gonna do now. If they don't do nothing, then I'm like, yo, he with them. He got people with him. But I would think that the reason why he has to now speak is because all that corporate shit must be in jeopardy. It just has to be based on the algorithm, And then I wonder how objective certain platforms are gonna be, the ones that have been holding him down every single second for the last 30 years, what their perspective is on it. Will they be objective? Because I know how I was treated. But what I can say is this: when I went through it, the scrutiny was nothing like this. The way they're breaking it down on TikTok and on social media and how they're talking about it in pop culture, I've never had to sustain that. My kids have never had to go through that. So whether it's true or not, again, in this moment, I'd rather be me.